Hello, my name is Josh, and what I have here today is a banana. Now, I don't know what you think of when you see a banana. It could be a banana nut recipe that has been passed on through your family. It also could be a time where you split a banana smoothie with your dad. But what I find most interesting is that there are 100 billion bananas harvested and consumed worldwide. It is the fourth largest agricultural product, mostly being harvested in India with 28%. China comes in at second with 10%, and the rest is kind of scrapped together by countries in South America, Latin America, and Southeast Asia. Hawaii is the only commercial producer within America. And another interesting fact is Ugandans consume the most, with 500 pounds of bananas per person on average a year. They have tremendous health benefits: low calories, no fat, no sodium, and no cholesterol. They contain the vitamins B6 and C. They also can have potassium and fiber. They surprisingly are the only food that contain the amino acid tryptophan, which combats depression. And surprisingly, there are trace amounts of radiation in each banana. Not enough to harm us, but it's still an interesting thing. But what is most interesting about bananas is that it really, in a way, changed my life. There was about 5 years ago, I was driving a convoy of vans with about 6 in front of me and 6 behind me or so, all containing a bunch of high school students going to Carowinds for a church event. And I was driving one of the vans, and I was eating a banana as one of the snacks, and threw the banana peel out the window. Now, I didn't know this at the time, but the banana peel was caught up by the wind, and it hit the driver's side window on one of the vans behind me. I did find out eventually when we stopped for dinner, when the female driver of that van started yelling at me about it and how I endangered all the high school kids in that van. And it was hard to pay attention to her because she was the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Now, there were jokes afterward for a couple weeks, and what ended up turning from jokes ended up being more conversations and becoming friends. And not long after that, I asked this girl out on a date. And about 9 to 10 months later, I proposed to her, and not long after that, we got married. Now, what I find very interesting is that out of 100 billion bananas out there in the world, I happen to have one that I threw the banana peel out and hit my now wife's windshield. Now, maybe we wouldn't have met, maybe we would have, I don't know. But I choose to believe that it was a sense of divine intervention to combat the nervousness I had of talking to what was then just a beautiful girl in my mind, just a nervousness. And God decided, you know what, I'm going to intervene and use this banana to force an interaction between these two individuals. Now, maybe it is, maybe it isn't the case, but I choose to believe that because it just makes for a much better story in my mind. And the rest is history. Thanks.